The Bible is a collection of books written over a 2,000-year period. The Old Testament was written prior to the life of Jesus, and the New Testament was written after he was born. The Old Testament is basically the Jewish Bible, and there's plenty of archaeologically retrieved sources that confirm that the Old Testament, the Jewish Bible, was written before the birth of Jesus. Now, different sources over time displayed different interpretations or translations from the original written and verbal recordings. Now, one such translation is a Greek translation called the Septuagint. It was completed approximately 250 BC. It's important to recognize that the Old Testament was completed well before Jesus was born because so many of the prophecies are so detailed about his life, death, and resurrection that a lot of educated people used to assume that it was written after Jesus' death. The New Testament includes 4 different accounts of the life of Jesus. It also contains many instructional letters written by Paul and other key followers of Christ. It ends with the book of Revelation given to the disciple John while he was held prisoner on the island of Patmos. It's the book that predicts such things as the end of the world, apocalyptic events. The Bible is not an easy book to interpret, and within Christianity there are differing views as to whether or not any of it is inspired by God. There is a letter in the New Testament that claims that all of Scripture is inspired by God, but even with that, some may debate on whether that just applies to the Old Testament or whether it also includes the New Testament. We're going to show compelling evidence to suggest that many prophecies of Jesus could only have been inspired from a source from outside of our space-time continuum. We're also going to present evidence suggesting that the Bible contains some incredible scientific insights that were not realized until hundreds and even thousands of years after they were first written down.